Welcome back to EDS, and in this video I'm going to show you how to actually make money options trading. So the main reason why people lose money when they're trading options is that they are buying contracts, they're buying the wrong contracts, and price doesn't move enough. It doesn't move in the right direction, or it doesn't move enough. So if they're losing, someone has to be winning, and the person that's winning is the person that's selling those contracts to those people. I'm going to show you how to write and sell options contracts to consistently generate returns. Okay, so what you want to do is go over to your watch list, and you want to just pull up any watch list. We're going to take a look at a very simple watch list here. It's pre-made by our broker, 52-week near low watch list, and this is simply just going to show all underlyings that are near or close to their 52-week low. Okay, and we're just going to make a very small directional assumption that price is going to mean revert and go higher since the price is so low at the moment relative to the past year. That doesn't mean that price is going to go up, and to be honest, it doesn't really matter what price does, and I'm going to show you why. Because we collect the premium. When you're buying contracts, you are paying the premium. When you are selling contracts, you are collecting the premium, and that gets added on to your break-even level. So you have your edge built in. Your edge is built in when you're selling contracts for a lot of different reasons. That's just one of them. So once you've got your watch list open, you want to order everything from high to low IV rank. Make sure you have IV rank on your watch list. You only really want to look at things to trade that have an IV rank of at least 30. Over 30 is high, over 50 is very high. The reason for this is because volatility has an impact on option prices. When volatility is high, option prices are high. And when we are selling contracts, that means we're short the contract. So we want to sell high, buy low. So you want to sell when volatility is high, play the contraction of volatility, and then buy it back at a lower price. The difference is our profit. Another reason why this is so powerful is because volatility is mean reverting, and it's contracting in the market about 80% of the time. So as you can see, we're just building up multiple edges in our favor, and you want to just go down the list and see what would fit well in your portfolio. Of course, just make sure everything is nice and diverse in your portfolio. Don't be too heavy in any one sector or underlying. We're going to take a look here at Pepsi. It's trading at $157.65 right now. It has a nice IV rank of 57.2, an absolute IV level of 21.9%. So we're going to take a look at Pepsi, and you want to pull up a list of expiration dates for Pepsi, and you want to pick one that's between 30 and 60 days out in time. And you also want it to be a monthly, not a weekly or quarterly expiration date. Monthlies are typically more liquid. There's a lot more open interest. It's going to be easier to get in and out of positions, and you'll also be paying less in spread. The spread is just the difference between your bid and ask price. It's what you pay every time you get in and get out. So the tighter the spread, the more profit we keep, basically. And so there's one here, April 17th, 51 days out in time. So we're going to open that up, and now we can see the options change. So ordinarily, most people would look to, buy a contract here. So let's say, for example, we have in this hypothetical case, we have a directional assumption that price is going to move higher. So typically what you'd do is you'd buy, I don't know, say the 160 strike call. And you'd buy that, and you'd pay $3.30, and you would need price to move higher than 160 plus $3.30. So you'd need it to move higher than $163.30 in order to actually make money on this trade in 51 days time. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be taking the other side of the trade. So we have a small, in this case again, we have a small directional bias that price is going to move high. It's going to revert back to its mean over the past year. So what we want to do is we don't want to buy a call. We want to sell a put. Okay, we want to sell a put. Now this is what that looks like. So you have puts on the right, calls on the left, and we also have delta here. On positive delta on the calls, negative delta on the puts. And we want to sell, if we're just taking one side of the trade, we're selling just puts and not calls, or just calls and not puts. We want to be around the 30 delta mark. If we were taking both sides of the trade, calls and puts, then we want to be around 15 to 20 deltas. But since we're just going to be taking a look at one side, 30 deltas will do. There isn't a 30 delta here, as you can see. There's a 39 and 25, so we're going to go with the 25 and be a little bit more conservative. So we're going to sell this 150 strike here. Now what's happening is we want price to stay away from this strike. So when you are long a contract, in this example, when we were long the 160 here, we would have wanted price to move in the direction of our contract and surpass it. But in our case now, when we're selling, we want price to stay away. Okay, so what happens here? If price stays away and moves higher, we keep the premium, and the premium is this here, $1.92. So we collect this up front. As soon as the order gets filled, we collect this. It gets added to our cash balance. Okay, so we want prices to, if price moves higher, we keep the premium. The premium has gone up now to $2.02. We keep the premium, right? If price stays where it is, we keep the premium. In this instance, if price moved higher, past 163, we would have made money. If price stayed where it was, below 160, we would have lost money. But in this instance, when we're selling the contract, even if price stays where it is, it's perfect. That's fine. We don't care. We keep the premium. If price goes lower, it's fine. We keep the premium. Price can go all the way down to 150 minus the premium that we collect. So it's going to be 150 minus $2, so 148. So if price goes down to 148, that's our break-even zone. Price needs to move further below 148 and be there at 51 days time in order for us to actually start realizing a loss. So as you can see, we have so much advantage by selling contracts. We have the mean reversion of price. We have the mean reversion of volatility. We are selling contracts ahead, like we are already in a winning position when we enter the trade. If price stays exactly where it is, we're going to make money. If price moves higher, we're going to make money. If price moves lower, we're going to make money. If price moves too low, then we can start to lose money. However, there are ways that you can manage that risk, and you can make adjustments to this position, which we'll go over in a little bit, so you don't even have to take the loss. Trust me, guys, this is what you want to be doing with options. You do not want to be on the other side of the trade. You do not want to be not to say that you can't be profitable doing that. I'm sure there are people that have figured out ways to be profitable doing that. Fair play to them. But this is just a very stress-free, relaxed way of trading. You don't need to worry too much. You don't need to be looking at your charts every day. You can just set it and forget it. So what are the actual numbers? So let's say, for example, in this case, if we wanted to buy the 160, right? Buy the 160, pay $3. Let's have a look at our probability of profit. So our pop here is probability of profit. That's your probability of making at least 1 penny on this trade. It's 31%. That 31% chance of making money is not good, in my opinion. That means 7 out of 10 trades you're going to lose. 3 out of 10 trades are going to have to cover 7 out of 10 losses. To me, that's insane, right? Let's say, for example, now we go back to selling the 150, not buying the 150. Now let's look at our pop. Our pop now is 77%. So we've got an almost 80% chance of success as opposed to 30. That means we only need to manage 2 losers out of every 10 trades, right? And if you want to, that's if we hold to the expiration. If we want to get out at 50% of max profit, we don't want to hold all the way to 51 days. Our P50 number here is 88%, so we've got an 88% chance of making 50% of max profit at some point over this trade. So we've got probabilities of success of between 77 and 88%, which is a completely different trade, as you can probably tell, compared to, buying contracts. This is why I always sell contracts, okay? So in this instance, we would collect $2.15, multiply by the contract multiplier, so you'd collect $215 up front. That would get added to your cash balance. Our broker is going to require $4,500 in buying power to open this position. Now you're probably wondering, $4,500 is too much to allocate to a position, maybe for your portfolio, maybe you have a small portfolio, maybe you just don't want to allocate this much to any one position. And you might be thinking, well, to get in on the other position, you only need to allocate $300. So, why would I want to do this? You're having to outlay so much money. Well, I'm going to show you now how to reduce your buying power requirements significantly so that it can fit inside pretty much any portfolio, and it's still going to give you these high probabilities of success. So we're going to use some of this premium to buy a contract, but here's the key: we're not going to buy just randomly. We're going to buy a contract. We're going to buy another put specifically further out of the money than the one that we're going to sell. So let's just say we go to the next strike, which is 145, and we pay $1.18 to buy that contract. What we've done now is we've sold the 150 and bought the 145, right? Well, the order's not been filled yet, but we're going to be selling the 150 and buying the 145, and we still collect a credit up front, $1. And we still have high probabilities of success, 74% pop and a P50 of 85%. And our buying power requirement is now only $400. So as you can see, we're getting a much higher return on capital now, 25% return, very high probabilities of success. To me, there's just no reason why you would ever want to be long a contract when you can just simply do this. And the reason why we're still collecting a premium, even though we're buying a contract as well, is because the closer to the money contract that we're selling, the 150 strike, will always have a higher premium than the one further away, because the delta is higher on the 150 as opposed to the 145. So the net difference will always be positive for us, which means that we'll always be able to collect a net credit. And this is just one contract of 150 and one contract of the 145, or one long, one short, basically. And you always want to keep it a 1-to-1 ratio. If you change the ratios, it becomes a completely different trade. So this is what you need to do, and you need to do it over and over and over again. Of course, there will be some trades where you don't make money. For example, our P50 here, and that's another thing I would recommend everyone to do, is get out 50% of max profit. So our max profit here is $101, so get out of 50. As soon as your position hits 50% max profit, which is $50, get out. You've got an 85% chance of that happening, which means 15% of the time you're going to lose. So what you need to do is you need to have enough occurrences all the time to withstand any short-term variance. The edge is built in with this style of trading. It's not our job to find edges in the market, although you do still want to look at volatility and things like that, as I showed you previously. But our main goal isn't to try and guess where the market's going to go. Our main goal is to stay in business, and as long as we keep staying in business and keep placing more trades, the odds will just work out in our favor over enough occurrences over a long enough period of time. So in order to do that, you need to know how much buying power you should be allocating to your positions, and you need to build your portfolio correctly. So in order to do that, we've created a free position sizing template. The link is in the description. And the way it works is you simply enter in the size of your portfolio. So say if you have a $12,500 account, you enter that in, and then you enter in the VIX level. So whatever the current VIX level, you just enter that in. To get the VIX level, you can just type in VIX in your brokerage platform, type it into Google, it will give you whatever the VIX level is at that time. Everything is going to be calculated for you automatically, okay? And this is important because this spreadsheet takes into account the size of your portfolio and also the VIX, which is basically telling you how much volatility is in the market at any given time. So when the VIX is higher, as you can see, our allocations become more and more aggressive. And this is because our edge is higher. When the VIX is higher, our edge is higher. And also when the VIX is higher, the chance of a black swan event is lower. So we can be more aggressive. So as long as you're following this, you'll be absolutely fine over the long run. You don't need to worry. And if you do want to learn in more detail about what we do and how we do it, the link will be in the description. Click on EDS Premium, get yourself signed up. Inside you will have access to our portfolio that will allow you to see the positions that we place, how we manage trades, how we make adjustments, everything all in real time. There's a full course as well, so no prior knowledge is required. We will teach you everything that you need to know from start to finish. It's a private community, so you can speak with myself and other like-minded individuals at any point if you get stuck. And there's a 100% money-back guarantee. So once you have studied the full course, follow some of our trades for at least 6 months. If at that point you are not profitable, then we will work with you for free until you are, or you can simply request a full refund. So it's completely risk-free. It's $9.99 a month to join right now. The price will be increasing. However, once you're you're in, the price is locked in for life, so you are rewarded for getting in early. The aim of EDS Premium is to teach you the skill. We do not want to keep you dependent on us. We want to give you the skill. Once you've learned it, no one can take it from you for the rest of your life, and we want to get you to that point of where you are completely self-sufficient within 6 to 12 months. You are always welcome to stay and be a part of the community, but within 6 to 12 months, you should be good to go. So with that being said, I will see you guys on the inside.